Hi friends, this is Pradeep sir, Pradeep Parasmani, my YouTube channel Pradeep Parasmani. Kindly join it for free education of some very important topics related to chemistry, physics, mathematics and English also. Right? So I wish you happy learning. Just subscribe it, like it and share it to all your friends who are interested in education, motivation and life skills. Okay? May God bless you all. Let's move on to the class now. So class, today we will do quadratic equations. Before doing quadratic equations, we must know what is a quadratic polynomial, right? So a quadratic polynomial is like px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. That is, the highest power in a polynomial is 2. Then we say that it is a quadratic polynomial, right? So if we equate ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then we will say that this is the general form of a quadratic equation. Got it? So an equation of the order 2 is called a quadratic equation. Degree means the highest power in a polynomial. So we have some examples. Say 3x square minus 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. We can also have x square minus 4 is equal to 0. We can also have a quadratic equation like 5x square plus 7x is equal to 0 or x square is equal to 0. Right? All these are treated as quadratic equations. Okay? So a complete quadratic equation will be the one which contains both the power 2 as well the single power of the variable. Okay? For example, 3x square minus 8x plus 4 is equal to 0. We are having x square as well as x. Then a pure quadratic equation will be the one in which the first power term is missing. Right? For example, x square minus 4 is equal to 0. Here we don't have any expression in between which contains x. We know what we mean by zeros of a polynomial. That is the value of the variable where the total polynomial value will become 0. Right? So in case of quadratic polynomials, these zeros of the quadratic polynomial actually becomes the solution of the corresponding quadratic equation, and these are known as the roots of the quadratic equations. So you can say that zeros of a quadratic polynomial or the solution of a quadratic equation or the roots of the quadratic equation means one and the same thing. I hope it's clear. Let us move on to the next page and we will see the examples so that we get a good understanding what we are talking about. Okay? Say for example 3 and 5 are the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Because when you put x is equal to 3 or x is equal to 5 in this polynomial, we get the answer as 0. Right? Similarly, we have the next example, x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. We find that if we put the value of x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 2, then in both the cases, we are getting the answer as 0, which means that these are the zeros of this polynomial. We need to remember one thing, that if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, then the equation will be x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Okay? Keeping these in mind, let us discuss the examples one by one very thoroughly. You will understand them very easily. So just pay attention to my explanation, right? In the first example, we have to check whether the following are quadratic equations or not, right? So see the first part. x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. X plus 1 whole square is just like a plus b whole square. So we get x square plus 2x plus 1. And on the right hand side we get 2x minus 6. So when we simplify this, we get x square plus 7 is equal to 0, which is of the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where we are not having actually the x part. So it is a quadratic equation. See the next one. X square minus 2x is equal to minus 2 into 3 minus x. And when we solve this, we are getting finally x square minus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0, which is exactly a form of quadratic equation. See the next one. X minus 3 into x minus 1 is equal to x plus 5 into x minus 1. We multiply these and solve, and finally we get minus 8x plus 8 is equal to 0. Here we are not having the expression x square, right? The term is missing. So this is not a quadratic equation. I hope you got it. Let us see the equation number 4. X square plus 2x minus 6 root x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now if you see here, we have a term containing under root x, that is x power half. So this is not a quadratic equation, right? Because the general form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But here we are having power of x as half. So this is not a quadratic equation. Let us see the next one, the fifth one. We have the equation as x cube minus 4x square plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 whole cube. On the right hand side, you will solve a minus b whole cube as a cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. You remember the formula, I suppose, right? And finally, we get the answer as 2x square minus 12x plus 9 is equal to 0, which is a perfect form of quadratic equation. I hope you got it. See the next one. We have the part 6 on this new page, page number 3. The given equation is x plus 2 whole cube is equal to 2x into x square minus 1. So on the left hand side, we have a plus b whole cube, which is written as a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. And when you solve it finally, you get the answer as minus x cube plus 6x square plus 14x plus 8 is equal to 0, which is not of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we will say that this expression, this equation is not a quadratic equation. I hope it is very clear now how to check whether a given equation is quadratic or not. Okay, let us see the second example. The question is, determine whether x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3 are the solutions of the given equation or not. So what we do is, we substitute x is equal to 1 in the left hand side of the equation, and on solving it, we get answer as 0, which is equal to the right hand side. So we will say x is equal to 1 is a solution of the given equation. And the next part, we will substitute x is equal to 3 in the left hand side, and we get the answer as 2. But 2 is not equal to 0, not equal to the right hand side. So we will say that x is equal to 3 is not a solution of the given equation. Clear? See the example number 3. We have to determine whether x is equal to half, x is equal to 3 by 2 are the solutions of the equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. We have to check. So we do the same thing again. We have the given equation as 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. We will put x is equal to half and calculate the left hand side. Finally, we get the answer as 1, which is not equal to 0, the right hand side. So we will say that x is equal to half is not the solution of this given equation. Next, we put x is equal to 3 in the given equation. 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. On the left hand side, we put this value. In place of x, we write 3 by 2 and calculate accordingly. And we get the final answer as 0, which is surely equal to the right hand side. So, we will say that x is equal to 3 by 2 is the solution of the given equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Got it? Let us move on to the next page. We have example number 4. Determine whether x is equal to root 2 or second part is x is equal to minus 2 root 2. Whether these are solutions of the given equation x square plus root 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. So we'll proceed accordingly and we'll substitute x is equal to under root 2 in the given equation. On the left hand side we calculate it and we get the final answer as 0, which is equal to the right hand side. So we will say x is equal to root 2 is a solution of the given equation. See the second part, x is equal to minus 2 root 2. Accordingly, we substitute this value on the left hand side and when we calculate, we again get answer as 0, which is equal to the right hand side. So we will say that x is equal to minus 2 root 2 is also a solution of the given equation. Okay. Next we have an important type of question, right, which you will come across. The question number 5 is, what value of k, for what value of k x is equal to 2 by 3 is a solution of this given equation kx square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0, right? So we are given the equation kx square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0 and we are also given that x is equal to 2 by 3 is a solution of this equation. So when we put x is equal to 2 by 3 in this given equation, it will satisfy it and we will equate it to 0. So finally we get the answer as k is equal to 6. Got it? We are already given the solution. So we put this value in this equation and we will get the value of k, which we have to find. K is equal to 6. Okay? See yet another important one. Question number 6. If x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 are the roots, the solutions of the equation 3x square minus 2mx plus 2n is equal to 0. We got to find the values of m and n. So we are given two roots. So first we will put x is equal to 2 in the given equation and on solving it we get an equation as 2m minus n minus 6 is equal to 0. We label it as equation 1. Also we will put x is equal to 3, which is another root actually of the given equation, and we finally get 6m minus 2n minus 27 is equal to 0. This we label as equation 2. So we have two simultaneous equations, linear equations, and we can easily solve them with the help of substitution method, elimination method or cross multiplication method, and we finally get the answer as m is equal to 15 by 2, n is equal to 18 by 2, that is 9. So finally the value of m is equal to 15 by 2 and n is equal to 9. Got it? So just keep practicing these sums, you will understand them more clearly. Okay, now let us move on to the next page and try to understand the various methods how to find the solution of a quadratic equation by factorization, right? So this factorization method we have already learnt in class 8, class 9, right? If you see the bottom of the page, we have example 7. I will explain you how to proceed. So pay attention to my explanation. Each and every word of explanation is very important over here. The question is, find the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0 by factorization method. Okay, see how we proceed. First we will write the given equation as x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now this process is known as middle term splitting. The middle term is minus 3x. What we do is we will take two terms such that their sum or difference is minus 3x and their product is minus 10 into coefficient of x square, that is minus 10. Got it? So we will write the next step as x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay? Because minus 5x plus 2x will give you minus 3x. We have set the thing. In the first two terms, we can take x as common. So we will get x into x minus 5. And in the last two terms, we can take 2 as common. We will get x minus 5, right? 2 into x minus 5. Now x minus 5 is common to both the terms now. So we will take x minus 5 as common. And from the first term, we will get x and plus 2 from the second part is equal to 0. So this means x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is, two things are getting multiplied and answer is 0. Either of them is 0, which will give us x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. If we take x minus 5 is equal to 0, we get the answer as x is equal to 5. And if we take x plus 2 is equal to 0, we get the answer as x is equal to minus 2. I hope you got it. Listen to my explanation once again. You can rewind the video. Okay. So the roots of the given equation are 5 and minus 2. Okay. Let us see another one. See the next example, example number 8. The question is, by factor method, find the roots of the given equation 2x square minus 9x plus 10 is equal to 0. When x is a natural number, when x is a rational number, also please check your answer. Now in the earlier question, we had the equation as x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. The coefficient of x square was 1. Here we have the coefficient of x square as 2. So if we multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant term 10, we get the answer as 20. So we will split the middle term into two parts such that their product is plus 20 and their sum or difference should come minus 9x. Okay? So very easily we can see that 5x and 4x will give us 9x, minus 5x and minus 4x. And if you multiply minus 5 and minus 4, you get the answer as plus 20. Got it? This is how we check and set the factors. So we will write 2x square minus 9x plus 10 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 5x minus 4x plus 10 is equal to 0. In the first two terms, we see that if we take x as common, we will write x into 2x minus 5. And in the rest of the two terms, we can take minus 2 as common and we will write minus 2 into 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So in both the terms now, we have 2x minus 5 as common. So we will write 2x minus 5 into x from the first part minus 2 from the second part, and we are getting x minus 2 into 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. See the next page. So either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. If we take x minus 2 is equal to 0, we find x is equal to 2, and for 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, we write 2x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 5 by 2. So we get two values of x, that is x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 5 by 2. We are getting x is a natural number, so the equation has 2 as its root, and when x is a rational number, we get 2 and 5 by 2 as its roots, right? And finally we can check the answers. If we put x is equal to 2 in the given equation, 2x square minus 9x plus 10, you put x is equal to 5 by 2, you get 0, and when you put x is equal to 2, again you get a 0. That is, it is confirmed x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 5 by 2 are roots of the given equation. Got it? See the example number 9. We have to solve the equation 100x square minus 20x is equal to minus 1. Okay? The first thing we should do is we should rewrite the equation always as a quadratic equation general form, ax square plus bx plus c format is equal to 0. So we will write 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. If we see this, we are getting an idea a square plus b square minus 2ab, right? So we can write it as 10x minus 1 whole square, which means 10x minus 1 into 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So finally 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So 10x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 by 10. Okay. Here each factor will give the same answer. So we can say that the equation has a repeated root for each factor. So both the roots are equal to 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. Now let us see the next question, question number 10. Example 10. Find the roots of the quadratic equation 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0 by factorization method. Right? Now we have a fraction part over here. The simple thing we will do is we will multiply both the sides by 8 so that we get a simple equation. And finally we get 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0 as 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we can do the same process as we did it in earlier questions. We will split minus 8x into two parts so that their sum or difference will become minus 8x and their product will be 16 into 1, that is plus 16. So we will write minus 8x as minus 4x, which will give us the equation as 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0, or 16x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. In the first two terms, if you take 4x as common, you will get 4x into 4x minus 1. And for the next two terms, last two terms, there is nothing in common. You can just take minus sign as common so that you get minus 1 into 4x minus 1. So now in both the terms you are having 4x minus 1 as common. So we will write 4x minus 1 into 4x from the first part and minus 1 from the second part, which gives you 0. That is 4x minus 1 whole square is equal to 0, which means 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. That is x is equal to 1 by 4. Got it? So here also we are having both the roots as 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. See the next question, question number 11. We have to solve x square plus 25 by 4 is equal to 0. Okay, we take the LCM and we get 4x square plus 25 is equal to 0, or 4x square is equal to minus 25. X square is equal to minus 25 by 4. Now we have to realize this, that a square of a real number can never be a negative number. Therefore we will say that this given equation is having no solution at all. I hope you got it. This is a very important one. Okay. So let us move on to the next page and see question number 12. The question is solve for x. That is, we have to find the value of x. Numbers are not given here, so it is a bit tricky question. Okay. Proceed with patience in the same manner as we've been doing here, and you will get the answer here also. Okay. Now the given equation is abx square plus b square minus ac into x minus bc. Okay. Now what we have to do is, we don't have to split the middle term over here. because when you open the bracket for the middle term, we will have two different terms already. So we are not manipulating anything or setting anything. We are simply opening the bracket for the middle term and we are getting the equation as abx square plus b square minus ac into x minus bc is equal to 0. In the next step we get abx square plus b square x minus acx minus bc is equal to 0. In the first two terms, you will take bx as common and bx into ax plus b we get finally. And in the last two terms, you will take minus c as common so that you get minus c into ax plus b, right? So we are getting bx into ax plus b minus c into ax plus b is equal to 0. Now ax plus b is common to both the terms now. So we will take ax plus b into bx from the first part minus c from the second part, that is ax plus b into bx minus c is equal to 0. So again two things are multiplied and the answer is 0. That means either ax plus b is equal to 0 or bx minus c is equal to 0. When ax plus b is equal to 0, we get ax is equal to minus b and x is equal to minus b by a. And when we take bx minus c is equal to 0, we get bx is equal to c and x is equal to c by b. So finally we get the two roots of the given equation abx square plus b square minus ac into x minus bc is equal to 0. The two roots of the given equation are x is equal to minus b by a or x is equal to c by b. Got it? Now see this last question, question number 13. By factorization method, we have to find the roots of the given quadratic equation. It is looking a bit complex one, but proceed with patience as always. See the equation first. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. So what we have to do using the middle term splitting, we have to split 7x into two parts whose sum should be 7x and whose product should be 5 into root 2 into root 2, that is 5 into 2, that is 10. Got it? 5 root 2 into root 2 means 5 into 2, which is 5 into 2 is equal to 10. So we have to split 7x such that the two parts will give a product of 10 and sum of 7x. Very clear? So let's see the steps. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Root 2x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0 because 5x plus 2x is equal to 7x. Now in the first two terms we will take root 2x as common and we will get root 2x into x plus root 2, and from the second the two parts, the last two parts, we will take 5 as common and we will get 5 into x plus root 2. Okay? Now in both the terms you are having x plus root 2 as common. So we will write x plus root 2 into root 2x from the first part and plus 5 from the second part, which will give us finally root 2x plus 5 into x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So either root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus root 2 is equal to 0. When root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, we get root 2x is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to minus 5 by root 2. Secondly, we get x plus root 2 is equal to 0, that is x is equal to minus root 2. So the two roots of the given quadratic equation are minus 5 by root 2 and minus root 2. I hope this factorization method is very clear, right? In the next video, we will understand the method of completing the squares, right? Then we will have a video in which we will discuss the quadratic formula and the discriminant term also. Then we will also have videos on the word problems of quadratic equation, right? So my request is to see all the videos regarding quadratic equations so that you get a very good idea and perfect understanding of this topic, quadratic equations, right? You may find a playlist 10th Standard Maths where I have explained various different important topics related to your 10th Standard Mathematics, right? So thank you class, goodbye, love you all, keep revising, keep learning, keep practicing as much as you can. Happy learning, God bless you all. Thank you, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.